Hey guys, Noah here, and today is the long-awaited weapons video. So, with the spell video, I'm going to be basically going over some of the most interesting weapon packs, tools, just fun stuff I could find that would make your game experience more interesting. Of course, as in the spells video, all the links will be in the description. And this time I made an actual list based on how interesting they are, so we'll get to the cool stuff at the end. I started off with the just something from if you've ever watched Blood of Zeus, there's a I forget what this is. Adamantium, I think that's how it's pronounced. It's his sword. It's not exactly the sharpest thing in the world. It looks kind of cool. I like the trail a lot. Stabs pretty well. But it's just a regular sword, right? After that, I think I wanted to show off. Yeah, I have a list over here that I can look at when I need to. I'm showing off stuff I didn't need to show off. Yep. It's the Black Knight pack from, I think it's Dark Souls. It's basically, again, just nothing super interesting. Just some cool weapons. They're actually relatively light. But I also have a strength mod on here. But that's not what this video is about. I'll be going over, okay, not stuck in there. I'll be going over that type of stuff and later. Okay, can I just, well, that's not good. I'll just go over it with this then. Apart from that, there's just like the basic sword and glaive, which is kind of sick. Again, nothing too interesting. Next up, there's the fire shard stuff. Fire shard stuff. I think that's what they called it. Another just big mod pack. The guys he made a bunch of cool looking weapons. They all look pretty sleek, nice, shiny, not super heavy, pretty cool. He also made some bows. There's this huge one, which is honestly really fun to use. And we all have this thing that shows how far magnets charge. This one you can use kind of spears for to shoot it, honestly. Yeah. It doesn't shoot super well. It shoots fine, but it's really hard to aim with the big one. But again, fun to use, not super useful in a oops. Next up is, well, it's the regular art. There's a small archery pack. Again, there's nothing insane, just more detailed bows than, well, usual. They're fun to use. I like them. Smaller bows. I like the designs more than the original bow. The original was kind of boring. It works well, but it gets kind of boring. But if you're going to be going with the bow, honestly, at that point, I would just go with this one because it looks thick and it has the charge meter on it. Plus, it has a little crosshair right here. I don't think it actually aims like it. I don't think that actually goes where it says going to go. That didn't stick in the wall, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, moving on. Next thing I wanted to show off was if you've ever played Breath of the Wild, you'll recognize this. It's the Royal Guard stuff from Breath of the Wild. Oops. Okay, it's running off stuff again. Oh, it's gonna drop on the ground. Just a basic sword shield combo. Honestly, it works pretty well. The shield's solid. It holds really well. And not super good. It does have that the funny throw go in the same direction as you threw mechanic. A lot of swords don't have that. For some reason. It works. It definitely does its job as a sword. What was the last thing I want to show off? Yes, the Enchanted Weapons pack. Just more interesting tools, weapons. Nothing insane. Some of them do work pretty well. And this one I've noticed is really weird because you can grab it by that, you can spin it around, and it just works weirdly. A lot of them have really weird, like, grabbing. Like, you can grab a lot of them on the bottom. 1 second. With telekinesis, you can kind of just. 1 second. You gotta get the grab on the bottom. If you spin it around, ends up doing that. It's strange, kind of cool, kind of fun to look at. Uh, more shields, basic tools. I really like this one because it's a knuckle axe. I think it's kind of fun. Nothing super interesting. Well, there's some interesting stuff. A lot of cool effects on them. That's probably my favorite part of all this is that they all have some sort of effect on them. That just makes them look more interesting. If I had to choose my favorite weapon, it'd probably be this one because it just works really well. I'm not showing all these off on enemies because, well, we're not the cool ones yet. I don't want to waste too much time getting them. After this one is probably one of my favorite packs that I've seen added in a while. It's the TF2 pack. It adds all your favorite melee weapons from the Team Fortress Defense 2. Sadly, I don't think No Man Battle breaks. I don't think it does yet. But yeah, no, it's nothing. Again, nothing insane. Just a fun little pack of interesting weapons that I like to use. It has all of them, I think. I think there's one thing that has someone here that has two. Oh, no, there isn't. It's missing a melee for somebody, isn't it? There's a missing melee for order. Who cares? Next up was the Marvel pack, which, as in the name, it has a bunch of cool weapons from Marvel. The stuff like the Captain America shield, if you don't cross fire with it, you can grab your hand and it goes back to you. A lot of the ones on here have that type of returning mechanic. They don't fly super well or nothing, but just a bunch of cool weapons. Nothing here is insanely sick or awesome. I'm not a huge fan of Marvel, so if this is your cup of tea, then have fun with it, I suppose. Next up is Lord of the Rings stuff. I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings guy, but I think a lot of the weapons here are pretty sick, honestly. A lot of them are really solid. All the bows work really well. Sadly, there's no favorites for any of them, so it's really hard to get a lot of them, unless there's something I'm just missing about it. But other than that, yeah, just solid weapons all around. Nothing here I know has any special mechanics. I'm not sure if this has anything special. It's a ring, but I'm not. I know. Well, Lord of the Rings, the ring is probably important, right? But I don't think it does anything here. All around, really well made pack. Nothing crazy though. Nothing crazy like this next pack, the Hyrule Warriors pack. Now, I don't really enjoy the Hyrule Warriors games, but this pack is insane. It has so many weapons that are all honestly so fun to use and so fun to look at. Like, everything in it works really well. Again, it's just nothing crazy here. None of the weapons have any special effects as far as I know, but just I'm not going to show off everything because, well, it'd be kind of boring if I showed off everything in it. But some of my favorite tools are just the hammers. The hammers are just really fun to use. Next up was, I think, another Legend of Zelda pack. I love Legend of Zelda, so of course I have multiple in here. Now this one's above Hyrule Warriors, mostly because of this. This right here is some really cool properties. It's just like if you click the grab, not the grab, the trigger, it launches out this array. Here, one second, let me sound the wave. Ignore the Titans thing for now. That's not important. Knight's melee. Okay. When you get attacked, murder. We can kill him really easily. It's really strong. Plus, I have a dismemberment mod and some other injury stuff going on at the same time as this. So. that also leads to it them being killed extremely quickly. This mod also has shields for left-handed and right-handed, which is something you don't see in a lot of mods. Honestly, like it's a shocking amount that you just never see that before. Why is that? That's just wrong. Oh well, whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't think any of the other weapons in there do anything special. That's really cool. I guess that's real. Um, but yeah, no, that sword is really sick. It actually have room for a tree. I can find it. Yeah. Here's a cannon. I I'm just being completely serious. It shoots too. You can reload it and everything. It just works like a regular pistol, but each, each just a cannon. Who doesn't like cannons? Here, let me show you this. Hello, Mr. Knight. Goodbye. Oh, I did the goodbye. Oh, it didn't really watch it. Okay, okay, I'm really. It also works really well. So I'm really well. See, it's so effective. Next up is a really cool, just katana sword type pack. Now, it, all the effects and stuff are cool. Just like yeah, but that might not be interesting too if you're not like super into katanas and stuff. I mean, I just think that the weapons look cool. All really well made. They all fly well when you throw them. I didn't even try them that far. But my favorite thing about this mod is that special sound effects when you hit metal. I think it's a lot better than sound. It's I really like them. Plus, there's the SM gun, which is always cool. It's always fun to have guns in the pack. Personally, not my favorite thing. Well, I'm not a huge fan of gun stuff in this game, so that's why I don't really have any gun packs in this list. Just a heads up. If anyone wants to see anything about that, I could honestly do an entire separate video on that because there is a lot you can go over with guns. Now we're going to start getting into the interesting stuff. The Bell Morning Star, the Vampire Killer. If you played any of the Castlevania games, or just the original ones, I guess, you probably know what this is. It's the Vampire Killer. It, for some reason, I can never get this to work well. It says that you have to do your physical to hide flings well, but for me, it might just be a me problem. I can never get it to go anywhere. No matter how hard I pull my hand, it just doesn't go anywhere. But there's other people that have videos that have it working. Also, it might work well for you. So might as well try it out. If it doesn't, well, big deal, I guess. Next is the Fire Emblem pack. I love Fire Emblem, but just liking Fire Emblem wouldn't be a reason to just put an interesting pack up in the top like 10 mods of this video. All of them are solid working. They all work well made. They Okay, so right after this, actually, something cool happened called my audio went to hell, and I am just not understandable in the slightest. And I made the poor decision of not recording my voice and gameplay audio separately. So it's either you try and listen to the incoherent babbling of the moron with a shitty mic, or I just voice over. And since I made the mistake, I've decided that I'm going to just voice over from this point on and not make you suffer through. Well, like I said, moronic babbling at a dumbass with a shitty mic. So basically, what I was saying in this one is that just having all these interesting farm weapons wouldn't make the pack good enough to be in like the top 10. But this sword works well. But here's the cool thing that makes it really interesting. It turns into a whip. It works really well. It carries a lot of momentum, and well, it's just fun to use in general. Only thing that sucks about it is that when you click the spell button to turn it into a whip or the regular sword, it brings your hand down to the middle. It's dealable once you get used to it, but it is just slightly annoying. I didn't show it off on any enemies because I think what exactly my words were. I don't want to show off everything. I want you to have some fun with the weapons that I show off in this video. I'm going to be just as surprised with this next weapon is going to be as you are. Oh, the gravity hammer! Oh, the gravity hammer is super cool. It's pretty self-explanatory, but just go ahead and watch what it does really quick. Yeah, no, you hit the ground. It has like a gravity sort of launch thing. For some reason, it dismembers people. I am not sure what that one's about. I think that's just because of some of the mods I had downloaded at the same time as this one that had dismemberment and such. Here's it on an enemy. Yeah, like I said, the dismembering thing. No clue what that's on about. I think I just tested this a bit more. Complained about the dismembering a bit. I failed to kill this person for a while. Gave up, and then they left peacefully. Thank God. Oh, next up was Zahando. That's a JoJo reference, by the way. Uh, if you've ever watched JoJo or read it, I guess you know what Zahando does. It basically erases things. It can erase anything except maps. It can erase any item, shield, tool. Even if someone takes the weapon, you can kind of just either hit them, erase them, or just erase their weapon. They're just kind of screwed. I whiffed there, which is kind of funny. Oh, okay. That one actually got a jump scare. Oh, yeah, I use this one as another chance to demonstrate. Oh yeah, by the way, you can just chuck it at people. That one's always fun to do. Oh, the Mystic Weapons pack. This one was fun. The Runic Falcon. Ignore the mispronunciation. Basically, with this one, you click the trigger, and it launches a sort of blade, just like the other sword did in the Legend of Zelda pack. Because this one doesn't have electrical particles on it or anything, so it's not insanely interesting. But this one's kind of cool. It's a shield that has like a little bump. Not extremely interesting. The rest of these don't really have too much interesting. This one's just really light and really can stab through pretty much anything. I failed to stab the wall there, as you saw. This is the Moon Claw, just a cool looking weapon. Not sure if it has any special properties. This one, I have no clue if it has anything special or not. I thought it did, but then I couldn't find the fucking pack again. So, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have the link to it in the description, didn't I? But, well, for now, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't know that because I'm dumb and completely blanked on that one. The V has Hex Tech Gauntlets. These ones are cool. League of Legends, I'm pretty sure. I don't really care much of League of Legends, so I'm just kind of guessing. These ones have a few cool things. Uh, their special abilities are. I think I'm going to demonstrate the. If you hold trigger, it basically charges up like a super punch that flings you in the direction that your arms are facing. You can charge them both differently, and when you let go, it launches you in that direction. You can launch one up to the air, and like launch yourself down. If you can change your direction midair, like you saw, like I jumped up and then went back immediately down after I started facing down. And if you click a that shock ability, that's because I clicked the spell button. which charges a sort of shockwave ability. When you hit anything, person, wall, even your other fist, it launches a shockwave in that direction that you were punching towards. See, as I demonstrate repeatedly on this wall. And guess who's gonna keep doing this? Man, I could scroll, and then I punched my glove and lost it. And then I tried to tell to do telekinesis on that one because it's a glove. This really don't work with telekinesis for whatever reason. Next up was me getting confused by the Hydra Baton, which is something from the Marvel pack, and I have no idea out there still. Uh, where am I going? What's next? Oh, the Crescent Road from RWBY. This one's really sick because, well, as you saw, it shoots a gun, but it doesn't actually shoot a bullet. It's your left hand only. You press the trigger button, and it launches sort of it just kind of pushes you backwards. But the cool thing with it is it launches you backwards in any direction. So if you jump up and shoot it at the ground, you just go flying up. And if you shoot it up while you're going down, you just go down really fast. So basically, just launch it in the opposite direction. With the right hand, press the trigger, turns it into the scythe mode, which works really well with the launching because then you can kind of just launch yourself up and swing down with it. It's just a lot of fun stuff. The bottom of it is also like a spear, so that's also fun. No matter which hand goes where, the left hand will always be the shoot, and the right hand will always be the extend, retract sort of thing. It's just me screwing around with it. Also, pro tip: don't summon two of these at once because then it breaks. I have no idea why that one happened. I didn't make it spin around. It just started freaking out on that one. That one was just strange for me too. Next up is the barrel weapons. Still no clue how to pronounce these. Basically, just future robotic suits, as you'll see in a moment once I finally put this fucking thing on. Because I was debating how to say the name for a while because I didn't want to mispronounce it, but I ended up making myself look dumber by hesitating to say it regardless. Uh, so basically, if it was just a mech suit, there wouldn't be in this video. Well, it would. It wouldn't be this high up though. So if you press the spell button on your right hand, it turns on the gun or blade mode. The gun mode, as I'm going to demonstrate, for this suit specifically, it is a laser. I don't use these very often. I just think that they're really cool I think that they're just fun to play around with. The blade mode, if you grab down on the triggers, if you grab the hands after that, it brings out the laser axe and laser shield. You can change by pressing the mouse, not the mouse, the spell wheel. And if you click the spell wheel with the left hand, it turns it on to flight mode. And then if you click it again, it turns it on to hover mode, which, as you can see there, it used to mess up the flying earlier, but you can activate the flying by holding down trigger with the left hand when you turn it on. Hover mode is just activated automatically in the air. This is me just demonstrating the other one. This one shoots rockets instead of lasers. There's a third one that has like a sort of mini gun and it has blade hands, like actual sword hand. I'm gonna struggle here for a bit to get this one off because I'm dumb. And, okay, I guess I'll explain why I was struggling so much to get this one off. It's because I have a mod called Infinite Inventory on, which basically means no matter how much you pull something off, it will come back on. But if you hold the spell wheel button and then take it off, it will take it off. But for some reason, on the right side, only the left hand can, for the chest part only, the left hand, you have to be holding the spell wheel and take it off, which I finally got it there. Just weird stuff. There's also some music that goes along with it, a bunch of discs. Really cool. It's a really expansive and cool mod. Next up is the Hill from Devil May Cry. I haven't really played the game. I just think it's really cool. First thing I talk about is the Um, the not purple, blue laser sword attack thing. You activate by pressing the trigger, and as you can see, it's a very spammable move. It does a lot of damage. It's kind of fun to use too. And if you press the spell button, it launches you forward through anything. You can go through walls and stuff, launch in any direction. I only did it once. There's this always an ability where if you take the Yamato, put it back in and out, in and out, in and out, it activates a sort of like a giant area of effect attack. I couldn't get it to work because for some reason it wouldn't go back in. I let go of it there, and he whacked it away. So it was funny. Uh, Last thing about this weapon that I was going to show off, well, there's two more things. If you hold down the trigger when you have the weapon out and you swing it around, it can shoot a blade attack. As you saw, like go right behind the guy. It doesn't work perfectly, but it works. It's a cool idea, but man, it does need some work on it to make it a very to make it a more viable tool. It's really maybe I'm just doing something wrong. If I am, my bad, I guess. But as of right now, it's hard to do. So what I'm trying to do here is there's a cool thing called the anime slice, as stupid as it is, where you hold down the spell wheel and you hit through the enemies with this while it's kind of it can go through like anything. As you see, my blade isn't hitting them; it's just going through his stuff, and it may not look like it's not really doing any damage, which well, it did do damage. I'm not entirely sure why that happened, but basically, if you hit any like weak points, when you put it back in the sheath, it'll activate sort of a like the anime characters pull out the weapon and just put it back in the it's all sliced up. It's basically that. I put it on my chest and for some reason it activated. Uh, the arm fell off. So just cool little demonstration. Next up is the Shatter Blade. Now this one's one of the coolest weapons in this version of the game right now. All this the spell wheel to extend it sort of just becomes a longer version of the Shatter Blade. If you hold the extend and then press the trigger, it turns into a sort of shield. It doesn't work great, but it does work. Uh, if you take that piece of the Shatter Blade, it turns it into a gun. Or if you click trigger, it shoots it. And if you hold the spell wheel and then shoot it, it turns into a sort of minigun where it just fires rapidly. The middle part on that side, there's a saw. Doesn't work great. There is actually a tutorial Shatter Blade in the game. So if you do get the mod, you can just work through that one. Because I'm pretty bad at explaining all this. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you just tap the spell wheel button, it kind of just makes it fall apart. So you can end up doing some stupid stuff like that. Now, the cool thing about this weapon is that one right above the gun. If you have either fire, electricity, or gravity enabled, it'll activate a special ability. Fire is the flamethrower, as you're seeing right now. But if you hold the spell wheel and activates a triple shot fireball thing, I like the regular flamethrower more, personally. The lightning, as you're about to see, is sort of just a laser beam of doom. Yeah, no, it's sick to look at. I think it's like one of the coolest abilities in this game. Honestly, it's so sick to use. One thing I like doing is juggling, as you see me attempting and failing to do. Next up is sort of it will not sort of it literally is just a gravity gun. You activate it, you activate the flamethrower and the laser beam. But if you hold the spell wheel, it turns into a repulsion cannon, where it launches everything that it's facing and all pieces. Then they all come back to you, and then you just keep doing it again and again. Again, there's a tutorial for Blade. You can look it all through there. And then here is probably my favorite weapon. I'm going over some just regular stuff, like, basically, I'm gonna there I was gonna go over just some, other stuff, like, you saw, I have infinite inventory on. I was gonna go over all those, like, little game-changing things in, like, a sort of different video if you guys wanted that. Um, other than that, there is more weapon mods that I could go over. I do have some more, but I couldn't put them all in one video because it breaks my game because there's too much stuff going on all at once, and the game decides to close and kill itself because I refuse to open my game without some of the interesting game-changing mods. Uh, and then what I'm saying right now is, well, last but not least, absolutely not least, the greatest weapon in the game, Joker from Persona 5's dagger. I bet you never saw that one coming. Heyo! I'm not sorry.